My family has been in Western North Carolina since the early 1800s. I voted for the first time in 1988, and I've voted ever since. Hurricane Helene has been devastating for our region, and yet we voted in record numbers. To have someone challenge my vote is worse than insulting. At a time when politicians should be rolling up their sleeves and supporting Western North Carolina, Judge Griffin is demonstrating why the majority of voters in North Carolina made a different choice. Count my vote.
I cast my ballot confidently, only to find out from friends and family that my name appeared on the challenge voters list. I really want to encourage folks to think about what this means if voters can randomly be put on a list and their votes thrown out by the Supreme Court. What does that mean for you and for your family and this voice that you have to vote? So if you believe that everyone who is eligible to vote should have the right and the confidence to go in and cast their ballot and not appear on some challenge list for no reason at all, please stand with us and make sure that our votes count. Thank you.
I'm Walter. I live in the Triangle. One of the first things that I did when I arrived here was register to vote. I did so because I know voting is one of the most important responsibilities that any citizen has. I have voted in every election since I turned 18. I believe that recounts in close elections are important, and I would support any candidate who wants to have a recount. But Mr. Griffin, you should not be trying to invalidate the votes of people like me.
When November rolled around, I was eager to register and vote, and I proudly voted in the 2024 election here as a North Carolina resident, and I was very upset to learn that Judge Griffin is challenging the legitimacy of my vote. I want my vote to count. I believe my vote should count and must count, and I really urge the State Supreme Court of North Carolina to do the right thing and let my vote matter. I'm a North Carolina resident. I'm happy to be here, and I want to be heard.
So I'm just talking about Dawn. I showed up and took my driver's license and went to vote. They checked it. They checked it against the form, the registration form, and there it was. So here I find out that my name is on this 60,000 ballot list that this particular judge is trying to throw out so that he can be in this particular seat. Make it make sense. We are being threatened with the thought that if you don't like how I vote, that you can get my vote discounted. Y'all, we have got to stand up and say this is fundamentally wrong.